WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Resonance Rises. So, I've been doing a bit of work on my base. I'll get to that in a minute, but what we're going to be making are another, well, kind of interesting thing. I believe it's from thermal expansion, though I could be wrong. We're going to make some illuminators, and these are pretty much glowstone, but in a fancier form, so it doesn't look so, earthen. Well, not really earthen, seeing as, well, anyways, so this is also glowstone. I suppose we could try doing glowstone bricks at a later time, because this kind of looks interesting. Just anyways, let's go with the glowstone illuminators, then we'll check out the glowstone bricks afterwards once we get a bit of stuff done. So what we're going to need are a few illuminator frames to start off with. They are just some quartz, silver, redstone, and hardened glass. And thankfully we do have all of those ingredients, although not, well, necessarily easily available, but we can get them. So where is our silver? Silver? I think we have enough silver. And we'll just go and gather some more hardened glass from here. And 8? Yeah, 8 will be good enough for now. So, getting our nice hardened glass, getting our redstone, silver, and our nether quartz will give us illuminator frames. And this will be good enough for 32, or rather half a stack, of glowstone dust. So let's throw that into the magma crucible, and that actually is going to take a long time. Wait a second. I got a care package earlier from someone because a creeper accidentally blew up in the base. I'm going to use this energized glowstone right away so that we'll be able to fill this stuff. So all we need to do is set this so that it's emptying mode, throw these in, and this in, and this in. Just have to wait a bit, and then we'll have enough stuff for the next stage of our plan. A master plan, which is filling our illuminator frames. So while that's going, we might as well check those glowstone bricks. They require what type of brick? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Get that out of my inventory. Oh my goodness. Sorry, sometimes I just can't. So that will require regular stone bricks. So let's grab some stone. Thank you. And just probably turning this all, and not all of it, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 16 will be sufficient. And we'll go with this and see how well this actually lights. Does this provide light? I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. Huh. Does that work? That kind of does look interesting. We could have that as part of our base. But let's go with what we were originally planning first, which is this part. So let's go over and check what we have in our room over here. Now I know it's not finished. There's still a bit that needs to be done for this place for it to look good. I was testing out some colors with here, and I asked Core, because sometimes I value his opinion, at least when it's not with garish colored bricks, and he said that he preferred the red bricks. So what I'm going to do is there's some little intersections here. I'm going to remove the mage lights and put illuminators. Though it might require a redstone signal. Let's test that very quickly. Okay, redstone signal. Activate. Okay, so glowstone illuminators do require a redstone signal. So all we have to do really is just put a redstone signal on the bottom of this. Ha! And that will be good. So, brick up, get out of here. Might as well use these. I have enough of them. And that might be a good intersection point, though I'm not too sure. Will it be good enough? It's not going to be good enough to light the entire room, frankly. Honestly, it's just stupid if I try to do that. But maybe if I try putting in this illuminator block, or rather these bricks. Let's check what happens when we put it in a simple pattern. Like this, like this, like this, like this. And this. Just a starburst pattern. Bricking this up. And one over here. I don't know if it fits. I don't actually think it fits with this building design that we have currently. So I'm going to work on this a bit more, then we can actually go into the bread and butter of this episode. Oh, by the way, I got this lovely little builder's wand from Poppy, and it's quite a destructive thing. Let's quickly go and get some andesite, some smooth andesite, just quickly, so that, well, it's in our inventory, and normally what I do to fill a hole is just brick, 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 brick. But this builder's wand, if you check the recipe, it requires an unstable ingot, apparently obtained from dividing by diamond, which apparently is a bad thing to do. So what we do is you can hover around and it shows this nice little outline of the block that you're basically on. So for instance, if we put this on our blue schist, I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but whatever. If we highlight it over there and if we right click, blue schist would go on it. So if we just go like this, bam, 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 and it always uses the correct color stone, whatever stone you had on there. So if I wanted to bring this up, for instance, it'd bring it up perfectly. I really like this. I should repay Poppy, but it seems this server is quite... Well, it seems that we always help each other or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use these blocks. Get away! Okay, so let's just say I've been doing a bit of working, and also I've made something a little more exceptional compared to what I made. Let's not look over there. With what I made in my boots. So here I do have here new archmage boots, and actually it's over here. As you can see, I should probably move these over, and you can see that they don't have haste on. It'd help if I wore them and everything to show you that, but no haste at all. But as you can see, it's imbued with a spell, and it says Sancte Theora. Now, I learned quite hard that what happens with these boots is that you have to proc them for the spells to activate. But when I proc them, let's just go like that. I can jump higher and run a lot faster because these give haste, flight, and agility. The flight mainly is so that it doesn't continually proc and drain my mana reserves. As you can see, it's not actually taking anything out, but it is recasting them. And dang, these are very fast. Now, probably just the walking speed is enough, but what I want to do is add a little something to the speed. Now you can see I kind of anticlimactic showing. Let's try this again. I've been working on my base a bit, mainly this room, and I've been trying to get as much dang architecture as I could in this. I'm not a fan of square rooms. Sometimes they have their uses, but with the microblocks and with the, well, stonework that is in the underground biomes, I think this kind of works. Now, the blue could do with like a darker hue to match with everything else, but considering I think this is good. And a nice archway, gotta proc my shoes again so I can walk faster. And yeah, this is good. I think this will work out. Now, another thing I did learn was that I can actually wrench the lights so that they change they change what they are. So, mode always off, there's also mode always on. I might as well keep it on always on and maybe remove the levers later. You can just barely see the levers in there. And you can also dye them apparently, but I do not currently have any dye on me, and I don't think redstone really constitutes as a dye, so I'm just going to not use that. Now, the only one problem with this room is the fact that when I'm running, jump, I could hit my forehead on this and lose my momentum, but that's pro bono. So let's go and make some other stuff that will augment this ability. What I'm going to make is the Tinker Table, so we can start working on our modular power suit stuff. Now, there are a bunch of recipes here. And I mean a bunch. There's the emerald and lapis with steel plates. I think this actually is the universal electricity recipe. I'm not going to go with the universal electricity one. So now there's the Greg Tech one. I believe it's this one, as well as the regular industrial craft one. And there's a bunch of different ones. I think I'll, as a bit of a challenge, go with Greg Tech, seeing as that's probably the best way for me to feel like I'm actually accomplishing things with this. Though we will see in the future how well that goes. So let's see, what are we going to need? We're going to need emerald, electrum, machine frame, as well as a redstone transmission coil. Redstone's transmission requires silver as its base ingredient, and what I should probably do is remove all of this stuff. You can see I've been transmuting a lot of the stone that I've been getting in my normal rock quarry into stuff, and also monster drops. It definitely got a lot. So let's see. We're going to need silver, and we're also going to need glass. Good. We're also going to need electrum, which unfortunately we don't really have currently because we're going to need gold and silver for the electrum, I suppose. And I believe I had, yes, I did have an emerald here. And what else will we need? We're going to need redstone, good. Iron. Iron and gold. Do we have any iron? We are running dangerously low on all of our materials. I suppose one of the main reasons we're dangerously low on our materials is the fact that I've been sinking so many resources into this. Though the circuits do help out later on. Let me think about this. You know, all these different things kind of confuse me a bit. In the fact that I think the order remains the same for every single thing. As you can see, we got the armor, peas, and etc., and they require different things. And another thing also is like the ion thruster, which is dang-nabbit very difficult. And I'm thinking this is like the base recipe. The third one is always the base recipe. This is the universal electricity one, and these are the changed Greg Tech ones. Because I don't think Greg Tech ones... Yeah, this is definitely a thermal expansion one. So I'm going to go with the second recipe in each and every single one. So that means we're going to require a lot of this. And probably... Ooh, did I leave that on for the entire time? That's not good. Okay, we didn't actually lose much fuel, seeing as the switch isn't flipped. We don't need to worry. Wait a second. Oh, phew. That was close. That was close. That was definitely close. We definitely have all the fuel that we need, but let's go and actually take all of this out. I was working a bit on basalt cobble, seeing as it's going very well, and we're going to go with the or rather, we'll go with whatever the second recipe is, and we'll continually do that, seeing as it'll be a little too complex to continually try to go back and forth between them, blah, 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 blah. So let's throw the basalt back in here. I suppose we don't really need the electrum right now. So let's go onwards and make our beginnings of the modular power suits tinker table. Tinker away for a better tomorrow. So it's still going to use the emeralds, and it's going to need machine blocks as well as circuits. So where is a good place for this? I wonder. Let's use this anyways. Might as well. And I think I should have refined iron in another location. Well, in another location. Let's go with that. Now, the last time I used the Tinker armor, or whatever the heck you want to call it, it was in the 1.4.7 patch, not the very updated one. Ooh, we got gold, we got gold. I forgot. We might as well change a stack of this to iron, and then we'll refine all of this iron into later degrees of awesomeness. Yes, let's go with that. And let's go over here, and we're going to need to go refine this. Yay, more basalt, woohoo. Let's go with an entire stack. And we're going to need refined iron anyway. So, you probably noticed that the induction furnace, I think I mentioned this last time, but the induction furnace does not actually output downwards due to the hopper. I'm guessing it's seeing as this is the slot that goes to the hopper, but it's annoying anyway. So, let's actually, this might be a good place for the tinker table, so I'll be able to experiment and access the MFE at any given time. So maybe we'll put it on a raised pedestal there. Now you see there's no modular power armor that I have, but I will go and make some of that right now, like so. And I think we're only going to go with the leggings for now, because frankly, one of the things I want to do is that's very odd. That is very odd. It's constantly, and it's only, So whenever I'm holding this item, is it this particular item, it continually recasts, as you see. I'm not too sure what actually, it continually recasts when I have this thing on. When I have this particular thing in my inventory in any sort of way. So when I hold on to it, that's very odd. Maybe it's a glitch with either Ars Magica or with the thermal expansion, but this could, not thermal expansion, you know what I mean. Anyways, it could work out to our advantage, it could not, we'll have to see. So we have a bunch of other things. We have a radiation shielding on this, so it protects from radiation poisoning, but it has to be on every single piece for it to work. We also have sprint assist, which I think this is what we are going to want to go. We've got jump assist, swim boost, uphill step assist. The uphill step assist I do not need because of agility. The jump assist I'm not sure if I'm going to want, and we have a bunch of new batteries. No, kinetic generator. Kinetic generator requires servos and control circuits, but we're still going to need some batteries for this to work. So capacitors, and let's go with the sprint assist. So we're going to need 4 servo motors. Let's check what the servo motors require. Let's serve up the servo motors. Gust. Probably not necessary. Okay, for the industrial craft recipe, they're going to require circuits, machine blocks, and solenoids. And the solenoids are going to require wiring, which are going to require gold cables and more machine blocks. Wow, this is... Something tells me we're actually going to need more refined iron than I currently have right now. So we're going to want to do that, and we'll probably need to dump some of our silver. We're going to probably need to dump some of our silver into here so that we can transmute it to gold at a later point in time. Or we could go mining. Nah. So while we got some more refined iron cooking up, we might as well start making all the servo motors that we're going to need. We're going to, actually, let's take one of those out. We're going to need 8 solenoids in total. And we got 4 wires left over for a rainy day. And then we got the circuits. And we're going to need 2 more machine blocks, which will require about that much, actually. Let's go with this. 1, 2, that's good. And with our circuitry, we can then combine everything to how it should be. Ha ha, ho ho, hee hee hoo. Okay. There we go. And now you may notice one thing. I got a cape. Okay, let's not do any of that cheeky mocking thing. Anyway, so all the Resonant Rise test pack team has been given a cape. Someone that Kieran Dave knows created this cape, custom built for the Resonant Rise test team. Now, I kind of like it, actually. I don't know how well it works with all of the gear I have, but kind of looks like that. I don't know, kind of like it. So let's put our gear back on and let's see how this looks. Kind of like a mecha archmage with some nice shin implants or something to just stabilize my unruly attitude or something like that. I have no clue. That's interesting. As you can see, the mage lights are dependent on the direction that you're looking, as you can see by the fact that they're kind of planar. Anyways, let's not go into that plain Jane stuff. Get ready, back into our interface, and install our sprint assist. There we go. So here we got a lot of stuff. So we have a walk assist. So walking speed multiplier, sprint speed multiplier, and let's look at different things. So sprint speed multiplier, it seems like power increases that, whereas walking increases that. No energy consumption. So walking is kind of probably too fast for me, but sprinting doesn't gain anything for that. And let's check that again and augment it again. And there's compensation. So sprint exhaust compensation and walking energy consumption. These numbers are kind of overlaid incorrectly. Maybe if we change our GUI scale temporarily to maybe not that small, large, you might be able to see it. Not really, it still sucks. So let's go back to our good old-fashioned auto. Auto! There we go. So let's see if we can read these. There are 5 stats that we can augment. Walking speed, sprint energy consumption, sprint speed multiplier, sprint exhaustion compensation, and walking energy consumption. So if we add the walking assist, it doesn't change sprint exhaustion, obviously. But power doesn't seem to change sprint exhaustion, only the power consumption. However, compensation increases the sprint exhaustion. However, it also increases the... No, wait. That's not megajoules, but millijoules. For some reason, I'm gonna work this out and figure out what I need. Oh, sprint exhaust compensation means that it won't actually require energy. However, power puts it to that. So we can make it so that it doesn't use any sort of food. However, it does require that. So let's see. We got that, and we're going to need to add one more thing, which is power. So that'll require a capacitor. So we got 3 different capacitors, and let's see. That's a lux capacitor. I doubt that's not craftable. So we got a low voltage capacitor, which requires paper, silver, gold, and some wiring. We got a medium voltage, which requires an empty conduit, which isn't that powerful. Are these in the wrong order? They might be. That requires a battery, that requires that. I'm gonna go with the second one anyways. No, it must be the third one in this case. So, shaped industrial craft. Okay. So we have shaped industrial craft stuff, and we got unshaped industrial craft stuff. Let's just check our nice little handy-dandy armor again and see if that's also the case with this. It is not. So whenever there's a shaped industrial craft one, we'll go with that. So what is required for the high voltage capacitor? Our flux capacitor. It requires a Laptron crystal, which frankly is not that difficult to create. It just requires a diamond as compensation. So let's go and see. How much gold do we have? We got 8 gold, so if we need to, we can just use that. But we got enough for that. So we got all that. Diamond requisite at least. We got the electronic circuit. And we have, thankfully, the wiring, which is in our inventory right now. So where is our lapis? Lapis! So we only have 1 piece of lapis there, though we should have... here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is probably sufficient. This I'm going to use later. I'm just going to tease you with that. And let's go back to our tinkering workshop over here and see what we have. Here you are. And we have to create everything, don't we? Sigh. Okay, so first of all, we're going to make this. You know, go big or go home. There's no point in worrying about anything like that. But anyways, so we got our Laptron crystal. Thankfully, it doesn't need to be charged. And you can see how much energy it already drained in our food bar. And we got our high voltage capacitor. Let's fill up our bar and see what we have here. So installing elite battery, go. Now we have IC2 tier and we have battery size. IC2 tier probably means the amount of energy it requires, but let's check battery size, and this only changes the tier, meaning what it can be charged in probably. So let's put this to a tier 2. Exactly 2. There we go. And battery size, we don't really have any weight, though weight isn't really dependent on anything. And let's see, we have no energy. We do have energy, huh? Sprint. Oh my gosh, wait. Wait, wait, wait. Let's take this off and charge this up. And then we go. Oh my god. That's draining energy like nothing else. I mean, look at how quickly that drained. Holy bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. And we're not even full. Okay, so I'm gonna go outside, or rather on top of the mountain, then test this out. Okay, so as a bit of a benchmark, let's go get all of our HUD off. And so sprinting without the pants. Go. Not a bad pace. Definitely workable. Okay, sprinting with pants. Oh my god! How the bloody... That's freaking large. How am I going to manage to control this? I suppose don't sprint as much, though it does require a lot of energy. Thankfully, our nice one-up boots do help a bit, and we do maintain momentum when we're going. Now, thankfully, it doesn't seem like our archmage boots are going to suffer too much due to this stuff, and thankfully we don't have any walk assist, but dang, dang, and we could almost just float. Let's just float. Dave, I think I broke your mod pack. And looks like someone was here with the Lux capacitor. Let's go back into base and maybe tune this down to a reasonable level so we don't end up like a crazy lunatic like that would happen. Okay, time to go with a little electrolysis. We're going to build an industrial electrolyzer so that we'll be able to start, or at least, well, yeah, start on our titanium production. I'm going to take these fancy pants off for now because, frankly, they are... Did you see that? Huh. Anyways, I went to negative EU. How does that even work? Anyways, I'm going to just make sure that well, I'm going to want the industrial electrolyzer. We're going to need it for our titanium production in the future, or at least in the near future. It's going to require some refined iron and some advanced circuitry, which I guess we could go for the not so cheap and easy route, because this one's a little more difficult to create considering how many circuits I have. I might as well just go with how we are right now. So let's see, we got some refined iron, I suppose, and we're going to need to work on what we have. So we will need... It just doesn't feel as fast without those things. I think I'm a little... Hey, can I get that? Thanks. Thanks, I said. Thank you. I think I might be a little addicted to that speed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's keep calm. Carry on, Way. Carry on. It doesn't seem to be activating. Proc? There we go. I was on diminished mode. Apparently, the casting mode actually affects what it casts. So I have to be on augmented for it to work in the way that I want. So we're going to need a few things for this. We're going to need a magnetizer, which is a little annoying, and a few other things. So first of all, magnetizer. It'll also require a machine block, and let's see, 2 of these, and finally redstone. Here is our magnetizer. It kind of looks like a refined iron block, but oh well. And we're also going to go and get some of our gold so that we can transmute it back into a bit of iron so that we can start working on that segment of it. Let's see. All the iron, please. All of it. All of it, I say. I want nothing less than all of it. And we're just going to need to want to put this into here and then work on, hey, I kind of want it like that. Let's go with that. Next up on the agenda is our very own extractor, which is... We're going to need 2 of these, aren't we? Yes, we are. So let's go with that and get everything back in our inventory. And we're going to go with a bunch of these. And I think if I remember correctly, if memory serves, it's on the bottom. Yes, it is. So there's our extractor. Finally, we're going to need an industrial electrolyzer, or rather a regular electrolyzer. And do we have any rubber into here? No, we do not. We're gonna need to get some of them, yeah. So let's just get some rubber cables. Okay, so let's get our party on. We're going to need to, let's see, why it, Ah, yes, that's not the part that I'm looking for. I am looking to get to my refining machine, which unfortunately is behind this. So let's go bend a bit more plates, and unfortunately it's going to be behind here too. And wait, this is a plate bending machine. I'll be able to get to you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. It won't be transmitted here for some reason. Huh, odd. That is odd. Oh, because the refined iron's in there, not the other one. Okay, so that explains that. So let's go back to our electrolyzation. We're going to need to get a machine block and first of all, some tin cells, if you please. Thank you, Kansa. So if I'm right, it's going to be like this, like this, like this, and like this. I'm missing something. What was I looking for? I was looking for the electrolyzer. Probably a bucket of water? No. Oh, derp. Why didn't I test that right away? It would have been a machine block, electronic circuit, empty cell. Oh, I guess I didn't actually flip it. It was just a figment of my imagination. Okay, so finally we're going to need to go and make our circuitry going a bit more badass. So let's go and upgrade it. I know I could use Electrum, but I'm a little short on supplies right now. And the whole purpose of this is to get more supplies. So we got our circuits, and now let's go with our electrolyzer. So magnetizer, electrolyzer, and atomic extractor. Not her atomic extractor. I hope to the heavens it's not that. That's another thing entirely. Okay, and there we go. We got our industrial electrolyzer. How's our hot pants going? Uh, they're charging. That's something at least. Okay, so now we need to power this. And for now, we might as well power it directly from there. Okay, now we have our industrial electrolyzer more or less online as soon as we... Ooh, I forgot something. Let's run over here. Is this still charging? Whew, just caught it in time. Let's go get that. And another interesting thing is that the pants will charge off of energy cells. So let's pick that up. Or at least, no, must have been in my imagination. Who knows? Okay, so let's put this down so that we can get some more of our bauxite. Because now we'll be able to centrifuge our bauxite, or rather electrolyze. It's electrolyzed, isn't it? Yes, it's electrolyzed. You are an idiot. So let's put this down like here. Good, and it's outputting? Yes, it's outputting. And now we'll be able to get our bauxite from here. And now it's starting to electrolyze. Let's go get some tin cells. Let's go with this many. Might as well. 26 is a good round number. Okay. Let's go get some bauxite, and once we have a sizable amount, I suppose we can start working on the next stage, which is getting some titanium. So titanium is what we're going to need for a quarry, and to get all of our titanium dust, either UU matter or we can go tiny piles of titanium dust, which requires 12 bauxite for 2 and 8 cells, but we can recycle the cells if need be. I should remember that for my next part, but I suppose I could get compressed air cans for this, though there's much easier ways to get compressed air. So let's go for here. There we go, 14. I think we can manage with that. Let's run over here. And I suppose we'll put this in here. And start electrolyzing it up. It's going to take a while, but what I think we're going to do next time is we're going to equip this room, maybe make it a little less dreary, because this feels a little oppressing. Maybe it's due to the wall colors, I don't know, but we're going to go and make an industrial blast furnace, or a blast furnace, actually maybe a regular blast furnace and an industrial blast furnace. And then we'll have some industrial electrolyzers over here. Basically, all the machines that will require medium voltage power will just bring in Vi MFEs and cables. And I think that's going to be how it has to work out. I think that works. Well, That's all the time we have for this episode of Resonance Rises. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Da da da, da da da. Wave time here, glitching out of the world yet again. Have a wonderful day.